Hello, listeners. Welcome to Hear Me Speak. It's Casey here. Today, I'll be talking about Covidiots. We all know that when things happen, good or bad, those with ever receding capacity to think and behave logically decide it's their time to shine. They feel an uncontrollable need to display their idiocy to the public. As millions of people around the world are adjusting to life under coronavirus, we have a few that I have called Covidiots. So here's my list of Covidiots. The order isn't that important as much as the misdeed. Covidiots number 1. Panic buyers, food hoarders. Prior to any lockdown officially being put in place, these people decided to panic buy insane amount of food items and toilet paper because to their minds Armageddon was coming, and to hell with everybody else. As long as their fridges, their pantries and their store cupboards were filled to the brim, who cares about the rest of society? Selfishness at its finest, eh? Oh, it doesn't just end there. To make matters worse, less than 2 weeks later, this mass hoarding the food was then discarded. Images of the foods, fresh food, bread, potatoes, fresh produce, so many other items were piled in many, many bin bags to be disposed of. For those of you who did this, shame on you. Covidiots number 2. The man who deliberately coughed on others out of spite and wickedness. A man in London has been jailed, yes, for 6 months for coughing on a police officer and claimed he had coronavirus. He didn't just cough on the officer, the man also threatened to bite with a promise to infect others. So while most people are trying and making effort to comply with the safety measures currently put in place, there are those whose behavior we are simply appalled by. Covidiots number 3. People licking toilet seats as some sort of pandemic challenge because their lives are so mundane, so limited, so empty that clicks and likes on social media is the only way to give meaning to their existence. I do wonder how people sit at home and come up with such nauseating challenges. Then, of course, these are the so-called social media influencers. And I say so-called because in their minds, they need to do whatever it takes to remain current and relevant in viral videos. And as far as I'm concerned, such acts of reckless stupidity is exactly that, stupidity. Covidiots number 4. Those that are still ignoring the rule of law by continuing to socialize. After all, it's just a small barbecue party amongst friends, so what's the big deal? We're all okay and no one has been sick, so what's the big deal? People are just overreacting. They need to chill. Seriously, what's the big deal? The big deal, Covidiots, is that just because you aren't showing symptoms of this virus doesn't mean you don't have it. The big deal, Covidiot, is that social distancing is a way to stem the virus so that in time we will know who is asymptomatic and who may develop symptoms further down the line. The big deal, Covidiots, is that even at this scary time of anxiousness, self-gratification seems to be your main focus. How shallow are you? Covidiots number 5. Now, I like hearing conspiracy theories about anything as much as the next person because I think it gives a good insight into what other people are thinking, and very juicy debates can be born from this discussion. But there are conspiracy theories that just baffles the mind and the eyes. Coronavirus linking to 5G network, I still don't get that one. For anyone choosing to believe this, that 5G network causes the coronavirus, that is up to you. But there are those people that are going out there and burning cell phone masts and being verbally abusive to engineers doing their jobs over baseless theories. Now that is unacceptable. Acts of violence would only serve to remove mobile connectivity, especially at a time like this when people need it the most. So pray tell, Again, how is 5G related to the spread of COVID-19? I do not know. But if you do know, then please let me know in the comment section, because I am really interested in this. And as for those of you who are going out there destroying or intent on destroying mobile phone apparatus, your behavior is harmful and dangerous and selfish. For, like I said, this is a very crucial time when people need mobile connectivity more than ever to stay in touch with their families, with their loved ones because of this lockdown. So, shame on you. Covidiots, number 6. People who peddle in racism and violence against Chinese people and people of East and Southeast Asian descent around the world. As this pandemic continues to spread, so has discrimination against a particular group of people. Corona has become the new slur with which to abuse people on the street. This is wrong. On social media sites, you see posts encouraging people to stay away from places where Chinese citizens work and live. This too is wrong. I myself have heard people say they're not going to eat Chinese food anymore because that's where the virus came from. Seriously? People calling it the Chinese virus when obviously that is not the name. The virus has caused anxiety meter to be off the chart for everybody. So I don't understand why Asians are being targeted because of this virus. That is wrong. And if you are one of the people doing it, if you are part of the groups of people doing it, you need to stop because it is wrong. Covidiots, number 7. People who break the law. And now some parks in London have been closed because of some selfish groups of people. A bit of sunshine came out over the weekend, and people decided, oh, what virus? Surely the beautiful sunshine could only mean the virus has disappeared. It is no more. It has gone into the cloud. And so out they ventured to cycle, roller skate, sunbathe, and congregate to bask in the warmth, and at the same time continue to put their lives and other people's lives in jeopardy. People, which part of stay in your homes do you not get? My fellow human beings, which part of illness that can affect the lungs and airways do you still not understand? Seriously, it's only been 2 weeks since schools officially closed and the lockdown began. But due to some people flouting the safety rules, some parks are now closed. And the government has made further statements that if we cannot follow the safety rules, then further restrictions might be put in place. Stay in your home, people. No matter how frustration being indoors day in, day out can be, and it is frustrating. You are alive. You are well. And we need all of us to stay that way. Spare a thought for the frontline workers, the key workers, the elderly, those with underlying health issues, new mothers, teenagers, and every human being that is in you. Stay in your house, please. Covidiots, number 8. I've mentioned this before in my previous podcast, but I just had to add this here. Pastors and parishioners who are still attending worship. We are covered in the blood of Jesus, and therefore we are fine, they say. There are so many things one could say about this, but I'm going to let it go. These people will take criticism as an attack on their faith, just like they believe their faith exempts them from being infected. Seriously? So because you believe that you're covered by the blood of Jesus, that means you don't get infected. Being covered in the blood of the Lord seems to mean that they pick and choose which safety measures they want to abide by. But I suspect that these people haven't actually been affected personally by the virus, or know somebody who has been affected personally by the virus. So to them, it's something that only affects those who are clearly not covered by the blood of Jesus. And so I will stop there, listeners. I know you're probably thinking, you only got to Covidiots number 8. Why didn't you go all the way and make it 10? I'll leave that for you guys in the comment section to let me know what you think. So, Covidiots, stop being Covidiots. Think of yourselves and think of others. Thanks for listening. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to share this video and subscribe to my channel. And of course, do give this video a thumbs up if you will. Take care.